born poor, mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Thursday, September 5th, 2024. And here at Forex Smart Trade, our goal is simple. We want to make you a profitable and successful currency trader. We do that by teaching you how to use our simple but highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we do that with personalized one-on-one training, which we think is the most efficient and effective way to guide you from point A to point B. And this session is to show you how simple and accurate they are. So with that, let's get going. And we first need to listen to this guy. And we'll then take a look at what the market has.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the ways we teach is by doing these live trade sessions. Gives you an opportunity to see how a successful trader goes about doing their analysis, and by watching them do their analysis, you can replicate it and copy it and learn from it. I do 3 live trades a week on Tuesday and Thursday morning at this time, Monday afternoon, and we have just added a Wednesday 12:30 session. I won't be doing a trade, but I will be taking questions. On these sessions, I generally don't take trades because I'm kind of just focused on figuring out what the market is showing us. But so that I try to make myself always available. You can always schedule time with me off of my calendar, but here's the time where I'll always be available. If you want to just check in and ask a question, I'm there. One of the great things about the program is that once you are a member, every morning at 10 a.m. we do a live trade. Every evening at 6 p.m. we do a live trade. And one of our secret sauces, and what differentiates us from other outfits that coach or teach you to trade, is that we are always coaching. When you're with us, you're signing on for a year, and you are getting constant coaching. It's that coaching that helps you stay sharp and continue to get better. Now, I like to work off of a little checklist that helps me stay focused. I start my day by refreshing my green charts. Clears out the memory and picks up any updates they might have done. Just like with the computer, I don't do it every day, but every, say, third or fourth day, I restart the computer. Every day I restart the green chart. I'm one of these guys who leaves my computer open all the time. And after about 3 or 4 days, it starts getting funky. One of the keys to being really good versus just good is spending time going back and trying to understand when you made a trade that didn't go the way that you wanted, trying to pick up some little piece of information that helps you understand why. Now, sometimes you can do everything right, and the market is the market, and it changes. But more often than not, there's something in the indicators or the signals that, hey, when this specific combination of events occurs, it doesn't mean this, it means this. So the more of those things you can figure out, the better trader you'll be. We are technical traders. We are trading strictly based on the price action versus trading on the news. Some people trade on the news. We don't. But we do want to know what the news is so that we can trade around it. And the place I like to get that news from is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories. Yellow, which is low impact, we ignore those. Orange is medium impact. I tend to ignore those. And red, which is high impact. These guys I want to trade around. And this morning at 8:15, we've got some news on non-farm employment change. We've got unemployment claims at 8:30, and we've got PMI at 10. So this pretty much knocks out trading on the USD. I like to be out of it 2 hours before the news event. What happens is this unemployment claims number is already published. Somebody has it sitting on their desk, and they officially announce it at this time. But people who are friends of people who publish this number, it leaks out beforehand, and they start trading on it based on what the number is versus what the expectation of the number is supposed to be. Lately they've been terribly wrong on these numbers, and then they go back and revise them after the fact. But in any case, that's a different story for another day. We're not going to trade the USD this morning because we're within this 2-hour window. So with that, let's jump. The trade I am going to do this morning is the 10-point trade signal. We've got a dozen different signals, and one of the things about our program is that we're going to customize a trade plan based around your availability to trade and your risk preferences. This one suits mine. I am going to trade off of a 1-hour chart. On a 1-hour chart, trade's going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips, but my sweet spot's 11 pips. If I can carve 11 pips out of a trade, and I do that 3 times a day, I am making terrific money. And you'll see in my trade results that a lot of my trades are around 11 pips. And with this, I look to get in within 1 to 3 hours. Now, the overnight trade I sent out, that's a different trade. It doesn't use this, and on there the criteria is different. But on this trade, that's what we're looking for. And basically, on the 3 parts of the chart, I want to get all 3 parts to line up, and when they do, I've got a good trade. So the chart we're going to trade off of this morning is the light 6 major. It is a composite chart. And what I mean by that is it's showing me 6 different currency pairs. On this first chart, they're all U.S. based, and I know we said we're not going to trade the dollar this morning, but I still want to go over it because if we see a good signal is a good signal, and I want you to be able to identify what a good signal looks like. So Australian US dollar, I start in the middle part of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. Now, the red and green line is our major indicator. The black and gray line is our minor indicator. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. So I'm looking for situations where we're oversold and the lines are going up. As you can see, if I can see that and catch it, big green arrow, green candle here. So I want to catch it here and ride it through the channel, and then catch it here and ride it back. Or down here, you can see on the Euro USD going up. We rode it through the candle, and then up candle, up candle, up candle. So here we're in the middle of the channel, and the majors are going sideways. So we're going to pass. If I don't have what I want here, I don't have to look up, but my TNTs are down at my pressure. Euro USD, we are overbought. Minors are coming down. Majors are coming down too, but not at a steep enough. I like to see this green line at better than 45 degrees. And right now it's, I don't know what that is. It's not 45 degrees. It's much less than that. It's almost horizontal. So we're going to pass. Pound USD, overbought, minors coming down, majors going up. So again, I don't have agreement. I want all the lines going down. Dollar, Canadian dollar. Everybody's going up, and we are overbought. I don't like, can I make like 11 pips when we're overbought and taking a buy? Yes, you can. Just not part of my trade strategy. I want to catch it down here and ride it up, because when I'm up here, at some point it's going to turn, and I don't want to get stuck holding a buy position when it changes to a sell. Dollar, Swiss franc. We are everybody's going up, but again, the slope on the green line is less than 45 degrees. I want this greater than 45 degrees. I will consider a trade where the majors are less than halfway, which they are. I don't quite care as much about where the minors are, but I do want the minors going in the right direction. So I'm going to pass here. The other thing I don't like is when you have a situation where the slope of the green line is going from more steep to less steep. So there's a little kink in the line here. So this is telling me the move is running out of gas. And you can kind of see by these candles, they're all bouncing. It looks like there's a resistance line right in here. Dollar yen. We're just touching overbought. Minors are coming down. Majors are sideways. Green line's coming down, red line's going up. I want all the lines going down, so I've got nothing there. So let's go to the next pair. I've cloned this chart, and I've got 6 other pairs, and these are all non-USD pairs. So let's see if we can find something here. Euro pound, we've got this agreement, majors going down, minors going up. Australian dollar, yen, overbought. Everybody's going down, but I don't have there's one other thing I look for, which is what I call a double cross. So when I'm going down, I want the red line on top, and I don't have that here. I want the red line to have crossed over the green line. Like over here, you see when it's going up, the green line's crossed over the red line. I'm looking for the reverse of that when it's coming down. So I don't have that here yet. So even though these are all going down, I don't like it. Also, the slope of the green line is a little less than 45 degrees. So we're going to pass. Euro, Canadian dollar, overbought, still going up. So here's a case where, we were overbought way back here. And you could have gotten 30 pips over the course of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. And even on 2 hours, you would have got the 20 pips. But that's just not part of my trade strategy, taking a buy when we're going up. Now, you may decide that you like that trade, but for me, I don't. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, oversold. Everybody's going down. Pound yen, overbought. Majors are sideways, so we don't have agreement here. Euro Australian dollar, oversold, overbought. Everybody's kind of still going up, so nothing there. Let's go to the next grouping. Canadian dollar, yen. All right, we touched overbought. Everybody's coming down. Double cross. The reds crossed over. The blacks crossed over. Steepness of the green line is about 45 degrees, if not a little bit better. When I have the three elements that I want here, I'm going to jump up to the TNTs and count how many of the lines are agreeing with the sell signal. So the two orange lines are coming down, thick and thin. Dotted blue is going up. Dotted blue, the blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes up, that means sell. So three of the lines here are telling me sell. I need at least three. So I've got agreement here, and I've got very weak down pressure. Both of these lines are going down. So there's a point here, 3 points here, and 3 points here for 7 points. When I see my 7 points, I want to then confirm it. And I am going to confirm it by looking at a full chart. And a full chart, the Canadian dollar, yen. So this is what we were just looking at. I want the 2-hour chart to be overbought and the 4-hour chart to be overbought. They don't have to be going down, but I do want them overbought. So here we're kind of in the middle of the channel, and the majors are sideways. Green is going down, red is horizontal. So I'm not overbought. And the reason I want this overbought and this overbought is that if for some reason this signal weakens, I'll pick the trade up off of the 2-hour chart or the 4-hour chart. But here, the 1-hour chart's telling me sell. The 4-hour chart is telling me buy. Oversold, going up. So they contradict. So with that, I don't want to take this trade. I don't have my confirmation. Oops, we're on number 3. Euro New Zealand, overbought. Everybody's going down, double cross, reds on top, blacks on top. Slope of my green line isn't good enough. It's less than 45 degrees. Plus, if I look at the pressure, I've got up pressure here, so I'm going to pass. Pound New Zealand, overbought. Everybody's coming down, double cross. Here I've got good steepness on the green line. This line is steep enough. I like that it's entering the channel. I like that there's a little kink in the line here where we're going from less steep to more steep. 2 orange lines coming down, dotted blue coming up. So 3 of the 4 of my TNTs are telling me sell, but I've got sideways pressure. Sideways pressure. I want either both of these lines to be going down, or I want the red line on top. So I don't quite have that yet. So I'm going to pass. New Zealand dollar, yen, majors are sideways. New Zealand dollar, USD, we've got kind of a turn in the middle of the channel. So I might trade a turn like this on the Euro USD, but not on the New Zealand USD, a turn in the channel. Euro Swiss franc, overbought, majors still going up, minors sideways. So nothing there. Let's go to our last chart. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, we're in the middle of the channel and it's turned. Swiss franc, yen, overbought, minors coming down, but majors, I don't have the double cross. The steepness on the green line isn't quite there. Euro yen, overbought. Majors are sideways. A pound Australian dollar overbought. Majors going up, minors going down. So I don't have agreement. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, weekly going up and approaching overbought. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. We have a turn in the channel. Usually I don't like to take a trade on the turn in the channel. I want to catch it up here. But just for the heck of it, let's just see. There's good steepness on this green line here. We've got the double cross, 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue coming up. So I've got 3 of the 4 on the TNTs, and I've got down pressure on the pressure. So let's take a look at Canadian dollar, Swiss franc for a second. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Let's save this. So this is what we were looking at. I do not have the condition I like where we're overbought and it's going down. Here we do have good down. The green line is going down steeply, and here we're oversold and sideways. So I don't know. Can we get enough of a down move here? Now, here we've got down. Here we've got down. Here we get down across the board. But this is like outside the kind of my normal what I like. I want to catch it up here. But let's just take a look at one more thing while we're taking a look at it, because this is our last pair. Let's see if we can make it do something. So I'm going to look at a clean chart. By the way, on Tuesday's trade, we took a buy. We took a buy on the USD JPY. And remember, I mentioned we want to pay attention to the trend. Here we had an uptrend. Here we had a downtrend before we took it, or the beginnings of a downtrend. We had a buy signal. And here was the one resistance line, but I argued that you could maybe have a resistance line here if we extend this out. And since we were trading against the trend, I went and I took to a point within this candle. It went up, it got to that point, then it pulled back, it hit the resistance level, it broke, came back up, hit, and then kept going down. So this is why I mentioned when you're trading against the trend, you want to take less pips because you don't want to get stuck holding a buy trade and it doing this. So let's take a look here. Canadian dollar, yen. I want to crunch it up to see where the support and resistance are. Basically, we've been sideways here for a long time. Just it's up a little bit, down a little bit. Maybe this is an up. Maybe this is a down. Support, resistance are spots where the lines seem to naturally stop. Candles. So right in here, and here, over here. And on a 1 hour chart, they tend to be about 40 pips apart. So you can see it's stopping in here, stopping in here, stopping in here. So this becomes the line, becomes what I'm going to trade between. So we're at 0.66254 to 0.6271. So that's about 20 pips. So let's open this back up so we can see it a little bit better. And we're kind of in the middle of the channel. And we were looking at a sell. And I'd like to know how much room we have. So that's 8 pips. Down to here is 3 pips. So I'm not going to take a trip. I'm not going to take an 8 pip trade. It's not worth it to me, especially given that we're in the middle of the channel. And actually, this is starting to go up now. So we're going to pass on this. One of the nice things about learning multiple signals is I can change. I've got another signal that we can take a look at. So this signal is called the thick orange line signal, and it looks at what the position of the thick orange line is. You can take it when there's less than 5 minutes left in the top of the hour on a 1 hour chart. So we've got 4 minutes left. And the thick orange line is a scaled number. When it's as high as it can go, this number's at 10. When it's as low as it can go, it's at 0. And when it's at 10, it thinks that there's no more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, that is an opportunity for a sell. So 8.4 isn't close enough. So I'm looking for situations where it is at either 10 or 0 or within 1 point of either end. So here we're at 10. When I see it at 10, I want to confirm it. And I confirm it by looking at the position of the red line. And I want the red line on the major indicator to be above the horizontal blue, and it is. So I've got condition 1, this is at 10, and condition 2, this is above the blue line. When I have both of those conditions, that's worth 5 pips. So the only other thing I need to do is I want to take a look at what the spread is between the bid and the ask for this CHF. So I don't have that open, so I'm going to go to File, New Chart. And it's going to probably be down in this second group's CHF. NZD CHF. File, New Chart, Forex, NZD CHF. Right here, I'm going to transform it to a 1 hour chart. And we're going from 53.9 to 52.4. So that's a half a pip. All right, for a half a pip, we can do that. If it was like a pip, paying a pip, the difference, paying a pip on a 5 pip trade is too much. But here we can do that. This is a demo account. I'm going to go to New Order. My lot size is a function of how much is in the account. I move this decimal place over 4 spots on the amount in the account. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.06. I'm going to round it up to 1.07. I can take anywhere from half of that to double it. I'm just going to take the 1.07. I'm going to do a market sell. I'm going to right click on it, go to modify. This trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips equals 50 points. I just add an extra 0, and then I click the blue button, and it does the math for me. And we're going to use a 4-to-1 on this because of the accuracy. So 4-to-1, 4 times 5 is 20 pips. Add an extra 0 to convert pips to points, and then press the red button. It does the math for me here. Then the one thing I like to check is that I am going to get the full 5 pips. So I got in at 0.52541. So 5 pips taking away is going to go to 491. 491 to get my actual 5 pips. And then I click modify. And so we took a sell on the NZD, CHF with a for 5 pips using the thick orange line trade with a take profit of 0.52491. That's 0.52491 and a stop loss of 0.52749. 0.52749. When we have both of these conditions, we're into the next hour. One of the other things I look for is when we do go into the next hour, this changes by 1, and it did. We were at 10, and now we're at 8.7. You can kind of think of it like pulling a rubber band. So when this is extended and this is extended, the rubber band releases, and then there's a little snap, and we're going to get that snap, and it's usually worth 5 pips. So I expect this to close within the next hour. If you want to learn to trade, in my opinion, the best way to learn anything, find somebody who's good at it and get them to teach you. We are terrific at it, and we're willing to teach you. In fact, we're so confident we can teach you to do it, is we'll let you trade with company funds and split what you make. So your interest and our interest are aligned. You've got a accountability person. Accountability people makes you perform better, and you've got somebody. You're trading with the safety net. Because if you start to go off course, we're going to step in and give you correction until you're able to kind of do it yourself. Thanks so much. See you this afternoon when I send out the overnight trade, and see you again on the live trade on Monday. Have a terrific weekend. All right.